sun, like the morning, and I started reading the novel Hiroshima. I have read chapters 1 and part of 2. If you can read, there's not another book on the planet that I wouldn't recommend for you other than Hiroshima. Everyone should read this book. It was first printed in the New Yorker in its entirety. It took up the whole magazine. It's timely considering the way the wars are playing out across the globe, the strategies being used, the inhumane strategies. You'd think we learned our lesson from history, and the only lesson we continue to perpetuate is that history repeats itself, and that strong men in charge never fail to disappoint. I am not surprised that gas is expensive again. I know that my daughters, who are 18, almost 21, and 24, have less rights than I did at their age. Tons more obstacles than I ever had in my entire life. And it doesn't have to be this way. I keep thinking of where we're at and where we're headed, and that's why I decided to put together an entire Hiroshima helper's guide. It's interactive. It's on my website. You can find it on 2 places. You can find it on my vlog, and you can find it on literacy tools. There's a ton there that's free content, but I'm not going to read from the chapters anymore because that's typically what I do in my book clubs, which is basically a parent's nice way of saying, here's your SAT tutor. And yes, I do tutor SAT, but when a parent asks me that, I tend to gear them to the idea that, yeah, I'll teach them great literature and boost their vocabulary immensely. But at the end of the day, how much they improve is up to them, right? And for me, I am not someone who can be quiet when the leaders in charge of me in my state of Florida are creating things like alligator Alcatraz, are disappearing people, unaliving people. When I look at how invested our politicians are in protecting the elite class and certain nation states over and above all else, above American lives, above American values, I just have to speak out and say, enough is enough. And I ask you to join my resistance. And when I say join, hold on one sec. I'm going to navigate some places on the website because I need traffic and eyeballs to take my research to heart. Did I get to, I'm in the novels. Okay, so if you go to the top of the novels page, you'll see I've loaded a few of my favorites because all of these, Hiroshima, 1984, The Scarlet Letter, The Great Gatsby, Lord of the Flies, Fahrenheit 451, these are all applicable to real life things going on right now. We have like Humpty Dumpty having literal Gatsby themed balls. We have public shaming of women, but the men are silent and complicit, and so are many of the women. We have newspeak, authoritarian, deflect, redirect, confuse, keep them dumb, right? Lord of the Flies, like we have the boys in charge, and some of those boys are beta boys and they don't know what they're doing. We're banning books everywhere. I warned, as soon as you ban books, you're leading towards fascism, and people didn't believe me. There's also a ton of things, short stories, poems, some free tools. There's an interactive learning hub here, but most importantly, the research and data. I only have like 23, and these are all my friends and family. So it's a survey. It takes about 4 minutes. It's at the bottom, I believe. Maybe if I moved it to the top, right here. Maybe I'll move it. Maybe you're not seeing it. But if you click here, it's going to take you to a form. You don't have to tell me who you are, or you can share who you are. Also, please, if you want to communicate with me, put your email in here and you will start receiving messages from me, messages of hope, messages of aliveness, messages of how we are going to take our country back, our narratives, our stories back, the stories that you're being fed on all the traditional news channels and then the entertainment channels that pose as news channels, Fox News and a few others. Like, people need to realize that, especially in the future, the information that you ingest is equivalent to the nutrition that you ingest. So you are going to ingest junk food. Junk food is Facebook, Twitter, Fox News. The real news I find in ground news, and I'm very thankful for that website because it does the hard work of showing you what topics lean to which political groups and which ones are neutral. It's very easy to see it. And there, if you can get out of your familial view long enough and become a thinker instead of just a reader of information, hopefully you'll see that if we keep going the way we're going, we're going to destroy each other and destroy the planet. And for what? I mean, for what? So I hope you'll participate in the survey. I hope you'll put your email in and join my community. This is about glowing and growing up into our best selves, being sturdy leaders, no matter what environment we're in, being really good listeners and people who know how to curate discussions that are helpful and worthwhile and that don't cause more conflict and pain. And what I see from all the leaders in all the ranks of my state and Congress is a bunch of out of touch, fully funded by other nation states, with that nation state at the head of their thoughts and their loyalty. And, Americans don't have, a lot of people don't have health insurance anymore. The cost of gas is going to really change the whole world. And I'm here to pop that bubble of thought that says that we have to continue down this path with no plan, and hopefully get you inspired enough to want to read beyond the words and to actually think about the information that is passing in front of you every day. Everything you ingest in your world, every single thing, it matters. And what could you turn off? What could you turn down? What could you what could you do that would help? Because we all need to pitch in and speak up and show that we don't approve of the way the government is being run in America. And not only do we need to take it back, but we're going to have decades of repair. And before we do any more to break it, do more damage than we've already done, I am saying, like, let's come together, both sides of the spectrum, and really put our eyes on the prize. And the prize is, to me, leaders who lead with compassion, diplomacy, equity, and justice. Not hubris, brute force, and power over above all else. Did you see what Netanyahu's been doing in his plane? Go look it up. Tel Aviv and the airport, they're all getting bombed. Like they're bombing water supplies to Gulf nations, which they'll die without it. They're hitting schools, they're hitting hospitals. Like, this is all in Hiroshima. Like, it's not okay in any way, shape, or form. And I'm hoping that we all take action, not just in November, but like every day in every way. The action is love or above, right? Like, calling out people who don't resonate at that level, who are just hateful and mean, and just waiting for enough time to pass where we can start to prosecute and hold accountable all the people causing all the chaos in the world. It is coming. There were Nuremberg trials. There will be trials of this new genocide, and the regimes in charge that have not followed any of the Constitution, no values that are American. Nobody wants this war. And yet Congress is full steam ahead. Congress didn't even need to approve it. Trump just said, do it. And then Congress recently voted to stop laws that would protect victims of CSA and SA. Like, it makes me think that all of Congress is like Jeffrey's little island. I've said it. I'll say it again. Don't stop paying attention. Don't stop being woke. Don't stop being a liberal. Like, as if it's a put down in any way, shape, or form, that I want equity for everyone. And it's entirely possible. And anyone who tells you it's not is just holding on to their patriarchal, greedy, old school methodology, because that's all they know. There are better ways of communicating and running governments than the bozos we have in charge right now. And I mean bozos, women and men, like total swamp in DC. And I think we've all seen that there's enough people that go along with that the rest of us have to really stand up